सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगा गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः
आद गुरे नमः जुगाद गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेवाय नमः. This is how Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the fifth Guru, starts the Sukhmani Sahib. Last week we ended the meditation on Aap Saware. It's beautiful how Aap Saware is connected with this next meditation we're going to start. We're going to start it this week. Today what we're going to do is meditate on Ad Gure Namah, Jugad Gure Namah, Sat Gure Namah, Shri Gurudeve Namah. The starting slok that Guru Arjan starts Sukhmani with. How similar it is to Guru Nanak's first slok. Aad sach jugaad sach hai bhi sach nanak hosi bhi sach सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक हो सी भी सच. Such is related to Guru. The truth is obtained through the Guru. That's why it's saying the same thing. Aad Sach Jugad Sach. Guru Arjan Dev Ji's slok Aad Gure Name celebrates the Gurus. That's how he starts Sukhmani Sahib. Let's look into what else we want to learn from Sukhmani. I'm in the process of learning. I've never done a deep study of Sukhmani Sahib, and in the next few weeks we'll try to do that together. First things first, it's obviously Guru Arjan Dev Ji's bani. There's a story about how all the Sikhs came together and said, Guru Sahib, we need saving. The world needs saving. There is so much dukh in the world. There is so much suffering. Why don't you give us a gift, a Gur Prasad, that will lift all the souls? And that's why he wrote Sukhmani Sahib. Why do you think, I want to ask you, why do you think he wrote the Sukhmani Sahib? I will ask 4 or 5 questions today, and I would love your answers to them. The questions are as follows. When and why did Guru Sahib write Sukhmani Sahib? Why does Sukhmani Sahib have 24 Ashtapadis? What is the time for doing Sukhmani Sahib part? What does Sukhmani mean? I'll share what I've learned in my reading. And how does Sukhmani Sahib compare to other banis like Japji Sahib, Jap Sahib, Anand Sahib? And in the end, I'd like to ask everyone what your favorite lines from Sukhmani Sahib are. So let's start here. Why did Guru Sahib write Sukhmani Sahib? And as we think about these questions, I'm going to play the Aad Gure Name Jap. Let's listen to this and let's focus on why he started this, why he gave this gift to us. Let's all try to answer this and think this and also listen to the Jap. Aad Gure Name. Aad Gure Name Jugad Gure Name Sat Gure Name Sri Gurudev Name Aad Gure Name. Sing with me. Jugad Gure Name Sat Gure Name Sri Gurudev Name Gure Name Jugad Gure Name Jugad Sat Gure Name
श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगा गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः
आद गुरे नमः जुगाद गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरु देवये नमः. In Shri Guru Granth Sahib, Sukhmani Sahib is titled as Gaudi Sukhmani. It's sung in Rag Gaudi. Gaudi is Sare Sare Ma Pa Ma Ga Re Ni Sa. Gaudi is Guru Arjan Dev Ji's favorite rag. That's the rag where he has most of his bani. Gaudi is a deep rag. It's a rag that removes all blemishes. Sukhmani Sahib is a deep bani despite being very simple. Despite being simple, it removes all blemishes just like the rag. It's a lengthy composition, like we said, 28 Ashtpadis. Each Ashtpadi is begun by a shlok. The first shlok is Ad Gure Namah. As you all know, Guru Arjan Dev Ji wrote this around 1602-1603 at the bank of the Ramsar Pool in the city of Amritsar. Sukhmani Sahib Path is on pages 262 through 296 of the Ad Granth, the Guru Granth Sahib. While it's interesting why he wrote it, and there are some stories about everyone getting together and asking him, please give this to us, there are some other very interesting things that I've found. Why does Sukhmani Sahib have 28 Ashtpadis? And what is the time for Sukhmani Sahib Path? A lot of experts have said it's supposed to be done in the morning, but we see Sukhmani Sahib is done any time of the day, morning, evening, afternoon. But generally it's done in a group. It's done with Sadh Sangat. It's about the Sadh Sangat. It's also done a lot of times in the afternoon. It's not part of the Nitnem banis which go in the morning and the evening. I found it interesting that the Rag Gaudi is more of a afternoon Rag. And unlike the Nitnem banis, Sukhmani Sahib is actually in a Rag. Jap Sahib by Guru Gobind Singh Ji is not in a Rag. Japji Sahib by Guru Nanak, not in a Rag. But Sukhmani Sahib is in Rag Gaudi. I find that interesting. I dream that Guru Arjan Dev Ji must be doing this part every afternoon. And he released it Ashtapadi by Ashtapadi over 2 years. How blissful that Sangat might have been. Let's think of that and think of why Sukhmani Sahib has 24 Ashtapadis. Because Japji Sahib has 38 bodies, but if you add the 2 shloks, the one in the beginning and one in the end, it's 40. And 40 is the steps that you need to take to get to an emancipation. So what is 24 about? Let's think about that as you listen to this.
Sat Gure Namah Sri Gurudev Namah Ad Gure Namah Jugat Gure Namah Sat Gure Namah Sri Gurudev Namah Gure Namah Jugat Gure Namah Sat Gure Namah Sri Gurudev Namah Ad Gure Namah Jugat Gure Namah Sat Gure Namah Sri Gurudev Namah Gure Namah Jugat Gure Namah Sat Gure Namah Sri Gurudev Namah Gure Namah Jugat Gure Namah Sat Gure Namah Sri Gurudev Namah Ad Gure Namah Jugat Gure Namah Sat Gure Namah Sri Gurudev आद गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सत गुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः।
Why does Sukhmani Sahib have 24 Ashtapadis? There are 24,000 breaths that we have. Sukhmani Sahib is about remembering the name. In every second, every breath we have, one of the shabads that we sing from Sukhmani's, Sa Sa Simro Gobind. That's one of my favorites. It's about every breath that we have, remembrance of the name. And that name, Guru Sahib says, is Amrit. Sukhmani, Sukh Amrit Prabhna. A wonderful thing that Bharat Bhushan ji has shared. Guru Tattva has been there through the ages, will be there, keeps manifesting in various forms based on the need of time. And based on this, I wanted to share a poem by Walt Whitman. Here's what he says. He says, "Song of myself, these are really the thoughts of men in all ages and lands. They're not original with me. If they're not yours as much as mine, they're nothing or next to nothing. If they're not the riddle and the untying of the riddle, they're nothing. If they're not just as close as they are distant, they're nothing. This is the grass that grows wherever land is and the water is. This is the common air that bathes the globe. Pavan Guru, Pani Pita, Mata Dharat Mahat. This is the grass that grows wherever the land is and the water is. This is the common air that bathes the globe. How appropriately we sing Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, of all ages, Sat Gure Name, Sri Gurudeva Name. Let's listen to this and think of another question, the one that I had most fun with. What does Sukhmani mean? I would love to hear from you what Sukhmani means, because it's very interesting. What does Sukhmani mean? Let's listen to Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, and think of what Sukhmani means, and I'll try to share what everyone is saying and also share what I think it means.
Ad Gure Name जुगाद गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद्गुरे नमः जुगाद गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद्गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः आद्गुरे नमः जुगात गुरे नमः सतगुरे नमः श्री गुरुदेव नमः.
I want to share some beautiful things that you all have shared. On Sukhmani, I'll go back to some of the things that you had shared about the 24. But Prerna ji says, the jewel of bliss that's found in Rag Gauri, which takes the seeker deep within herself, that's Sukhmani. Sarabjit ji says, Sukhmani is the jewel of happiness. Luis says, in my beginner's mind, it means sweet mind. I love this interpretation, sweet mind. I think bani leads, says Manpreet ji, one to the fountain of bliss, the sukh inside one's own mind, the consciousness, a beautiful coming within and finding elixir of bliss within. Beautifully explained. Bharat Bhushan ji says, as money is considered the most precious, similarly those 24 Ashtpadis take us to the highest level of Shashwat Sukh. That's why Sukhmani. Treasure of peace, says Jatinder ji. Money is mind, mind that is in Sukh or Anand Avastha. So we see how many different interpretations the Sangat has on just the word Sukhmani. I was looking into this and I did some research. Scholars who've looked at the word Sukhmani have come up with many different translations, and they generally fall in three broad categories. The first is peace of mind. Sukhmani, where man is translated as mind and Sukh is translated as peace. Scholars like Bhai Khan Singh Nabha and Bhai Veer Singh, they've translated Sukhmani as the consoler of the mind, the psalm of peace or the hymn of peace. Swami Rama, and someone mentioned this as well. Swami Ramaji, he was a saint scholar, and he published his English translation and called Sukhmani the fountain of eternal joy. The fountain of eternal joy. How beautiful. Professor Sahib Singh, who did a beautiful translation of the Guru Granth Sahib, he translated as the jewel of comforts. Dr. Joginder Singh, the author of the Sukhmani Sahib, the Darshanik Adhar, the philosophical base of Sukhmani Sahib, he does not agree with him. He says the word money points to mind and not money. And he says if Guru Sahib wanted to say money, the gem, then he would have had a rana in the end. So Sukhmani, but he calls it Sukhmani with the nanna, not with the rana. So I've heard that also. So he, the purists believe that's a peace of mind. Pyara Singh Padamji, in his book Sukhmani Darshan, he explains the meaning of word Sukhmani, and he agrees with Professor Sahib Singh. Professor Sahib Singh, he obviously called Sukhmani the jewel of comforts. I've always called it the pearl of bliss. Recently, the jewel of joy. Guru Sahib himself defines Sukhmani. And we'll look at that, but the German scholar Dr. Trump had a different take on this. He said the name Sukhmani comes from the Sukhman Nadi. The three nadis that are the most important, the Ida, Pingla, and Sukhmani Nadi. The Sukhman is what centers you, and the Ida and Pingla, the right and left. So you see how many different interpretations of Sukhmani, just the word. The beauty is, this word did not exist, and Guru Sahib made it. It's because we don't really know what we want, and he wanted to come up with a new name for us. He wanted us to wonder what it is, and here we are having a discussion. It is all of those things that you have mentioned, it is all of those things that the scholars have mentioned, and it is more. And that's the journey that we will take in the next few weeks, understanding what Sukhmani is. But remember what Guru Sahib says, what Sukhmani is. Sukhmani, Sukh, Amrit Prabhu Naam. Sukhmani is that eternal joy, eternal bliss. Sukhmani, Sukh, Amrit, eternal, Prabhu Naam. I think one of the interpretations of this line is Sukhmani, if you were to define it, it is the eternal joy of the name. Sukhmani, Sukh, Amrit, Prabhu Naam. Sukhmani is the eternal joy of name. This is how it is connected to everything else that we know about Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, they do the same in Japji Sahib and Jap Sahib. It's all about Naam, it's all about Sach. And the eternal Sukh that comes from that. It's about Anand Sahib. It's about this eternal joy that we feel when the Guru is inside you. And who are those that have the Guru? Sukhmani, Sukh Amrit Prabhu Naam, Bhagat Jana ke Man Bisram. Where can we find this Sukhmani? You can find it in the hearts of the seekers. Bhagat Jana ke Man Bisram. You can find it in the mind of the seekers, in the hearts of the seekers. You can find it in their peace. You can find it how immovable they are, how connected they are with the gunas of the Mool Mantra, how they're connected with oneness, how they're connected with truth, how they're connected with fearlessness, how they have no enemies, how they are eternal. That's how we find Sukhmani. Sukhmani Sahib starts, Sukhveen Ji says, with Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Kal Kalesh Tan Maye Mitao. And next week we will start on this Shabad. And I will share that because I've been singing that Shabad for many, many years. I'll play a little bit of it right now. Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao. But as I play this, please share what lines from Sukhmani are your favorite. I will take note of these and I'll try to share and try to sing some of them in the next few weeks. So as you hear Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, the first few lines, share what your favorite lines are from Sukhmani.
Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Kal Kalesh Tan Mahe Mitao, Kal Kalesh Tan Mahe Mitao, Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Kal Kalesh Tan Mahe Mitao, Kal Kalesh Tan Mahe Mitao, Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Simro Simar Simar Sukh Pao, Kal Kalesh Tan Mahe Mitao, Kal Kalesh Tan Mahe Mitao, Simro सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। हाँ सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ। कल कलेश तान माहे मिटाओ सिमरो सिमर सिमर सुख पाओ. Beautiful lines you have mentioned here. Let me look at some of them. One of them is ज्यों जल मह जल आए खटाना, त्यों ज्योति संग ज्योत समाना. This is one of the ones that I do know. ज्यों जल में जल आए खटाना, कब हूँ साध संगत एहो पावे, उस अस्थान ते बहुर नावे. So we'll cover this at some point. Satgur Sikh ki kare pritpal. I've never done this Shabad, but it's a beautiful Shabad. Let me share this one. Satgur Sikh ki kare pritpal, sevak ko gur sada dayal. Sikh ki gur turmat mal hiray, गुरु बचनी हर नाम उचरे. सतगुरु सिख के बंधन काटे, गुरु का सिख बिकार ते हाटे. सतगुरु सिख को नाम धन दे, गुरु का सिख वड भागी है. सतगुरु सिख का हलत पलत सवारे, नानक सतगुरु सिख को जिया नाल समारे. Beautifully simple lines. Disha Melji mentions another Shabad that I have never heard. This is actually a shlok. I've never sung. I'm sorry, I've heard it but never sung. Urdhare jo antar naam, sarb mein pek hai Bhagwan. This is how Harbans Singh Yogi, he came up with the, if you don't see God in all, you don't see God at all. That's how he translated this. Nimak nimak Thakur namaskare, Nanak o apras sagal nistare. Some of you have mentioned some other banis, some other lines from Sukhmani, and we're getting towards the close of this session. So at this point, let me say thank you for joining me today. If you're coming late or if you're listening to the recording, just mention your favorite line from Sukhmani Sahib in the comments. In the next few weeks, we'll try to cover as many Shabads as we can. We'll try to do one at a time. Next week, we'll cover Simro Simar, Simar Sukhpao, the first Shabad. So we'll stop here. I'm going to say Fateh to the folks who added some lines here. Bandana Preet Kaur says, Ustat kare anek jan antana paravar. If you can enter those the tuks that you want to be covered in the next few weeks in the comments, I will try to find them and then we'll go over them. Prerna ji mentions Prabh ki ustat karo santneet. Gurpreet ji mentions Kinka ek jis ji basave taki mehma gani na ave. This particular line is a transformational line, and I'll cover next week how this particular line, Kinka ek jis jiya basave, how that transformed me. This is one of the Shabads that I memorized when I was very young, and it stayed with me, and it absolutely transformed me. So we'll cover this Shabad next time. Simro simar simar sukh pao, kal kalesh tanmay mitao. So until next week, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.